Hello, we're back again. So we're going to talk about Borderlands 4, or comparing it to other Borderlands games also. Primarily third, because it was the previous one from 4, which didn't exactly set any standards or anything. The story was mediocre, the gameplay was. The only good redeemable thing about Borderlands 3 was the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay in Borderlands series has always been decent, so can't complain there. Now, Borderlands 4, as you may all know by now, their CEO exactly hasn't been the best guy around, asking for refunds, ignoring the issues the game has, and just saying that it's the optimization or your PC doesn't meet the requirements, even though there's plenty of proof that people with better specs than recommended are running into issues, yet they still get ignored. They can help you optimize your game, not that the game has issues. Like, for whatever reason, a game needs to have an issue where you play it, the longer you play it, the worse the performance gets. As if that has to do anything with optimization. I think it has to do with the fact that they didn't program something correctly or whatever. Not that knowledgeable about that, but I sure as hell know that it ain't just gonna be fixed by you adjusting a setting or doing your options. So basically, let's get into a snippet of an article. Let's start with Borderlands 3 publisher 2K says that Looter Shooter sold over 5 million copies during its first 5 days on the market, making it the fastest selling game in the company's history. That was Borderlands 3. Now, what Borderlands 3 had going was the fact that it's been a long time since the second Borderlands released, and Borderlands 2 was quite a great game. So, Borderlands 3 sales, having reached those numbers, are nice. What also worked for them back then is people had more spending power. They could spend more on entertainment or any other side things instead of essential things like housing or anything to live. Right now, people have less spending power than back then. That's just a fact. And the games get more expensive rather than cheaper, even though theoretically everything's getting more expensive, but obviously games prices will increase. Whether it's justified or no, doesn't really matter. It's what they're selling them for. And you either buy it or you don't, or you wait for a sale. Or if they ever appear in one of those platforms like PS Plus or Xbox Game Pass or something. Now, Borderlands 4 has sold about half of what Borderlands 3 has sold within roughly the same amount of time. So let's get into it. So here's a snippet, which is Borderlands 4 amasses over 2.5 million players since launch. Latest title in the franchise has generated over 150 million in revenues according to Alinea Analytics. Now that's the thing. With Borderlands 4, there's a lot of things working against it. Just look at Monster Hunter Wilds. It has a really strong launch, but nobody has really bothered to buy the game much afterwards, because it's plagued by issues they have not fixed. Same thing is kind of plaguing Borderlands 4, where there is issues. There's clearly issues. Too many people are crashing, experiencing stutters, lags, whatever. There are issues in games people are experiencing. And instead of focusing on fixing them, their CEO rather goes and bashes people for not having the device on optimal requirements, or you didn't optimize it properly, even though it might most certainly be on their side of things that the game doesn't run well, rather than some optional settings you can tweak. Now, some issues can be fixed with said optional settings, I'm not denying that, but not all of them. Not the major issues. And I'm not saying that you should be able to run the game below minimum requirements. If your game meets the minimum requirements, it should be able to launch the game and run fine as is. Obviously not on the highest graphics or anything, but it should be stable. Which in this case, it is not. Some people are lucky and it is, some people are not lucky. Simple as that. Now, the thing with that is that it's only sold half of that is, in my opinion, the fact that the CEO just can't help himself and fight against its audience. Borderlands 3 wasn't that great of a received game, so people's expectations for 4 might have been high, or they might have been on guard and now are waiting for reviews, which is a fair opinion, in my honest opinion, that you should wait for some reviews before you get on a game. And if it's PC gaming, you should probably get the game a month or two later. You're essentially paying to be the beta tester for them. So that is why I think it's only sold half of what 3 did. Well, there is also the fact that the people don't have as much spending power now, but it is what it is, as I say. Now, with that in mind, Borderlands 4 has twice the development budget of Borderlands 3. And at the article's time, the game price was still unknown at the time. Now, they have confirmed that 4 costs twice as much as 3. And it's so far sold half the numbers 3 did. Which doesn't make it a big success. They might have broken even. They might not have. But I don't think it's the success they were hoping it to be. And again, that is because with all the issues it's been plagued with. The CEO, the game not working correctly, or whatever. And I still find it ridiculous how Battlefield 6 can run better on older hardware, which in my opinion is a way more demanding game, graphically, than Borderlands 4, but 4 can manage to run it. And ironically, 4 does run better in world scenarios. But in the open world it runs, well, it's a randomizer. Some people runs very well, some people not. Some people may crash, some people may not. It's a lucky draw. The same way as it was with people with wilds. Those that got lucky got to play, those that didn't still waiting for fixes. But that's all I wanted to really talk about Borderlands 4. It's only sold half the numbers, and I don't see this being a huge success as of yet. Maybe if they fix the issues, they might get a boom in player base, but the way CEO is acting about it, I doubt it. And yeah, that's all my thoughts. I'll see you all next time.